Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Malt channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance video today, and we're back yet again with another real versus clone comparison. And I know that this is now a very popular part of my channel. I know that a lot of y'all tune in because you really want to know what is my unbiased, no hype review on a lot of these clones that are really gaining traction, gaining popularity in the fragrance community. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, okay? Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to the channel. It helps me procure a lot of these fragrances so I can test them for you guys and give you guys an unbiased review. So please continue to support the channel. Thank you so much to everyone. Now, the fragrance comparison that I will be doing today, I mean, I am truly excited about this because the original fragrance that I will be talking about, I don't think I really even reviewed this fragrance, but it is one of the most legendary, most popular fragrances on the planet. That is none other than Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Yes, Tom Ford's Oud Wood is back in the channel, and I will be talking about this clone of Oud Wood that has been gaining hype. There are some people that have been hyping this up like crazy, and there's also some detractors, by the way. This is none other than Maison Alhambra's Woody Oud. Yes, Woody Oud versus Oud Wood. We will be doing a total comparison today, so there are going to be no more questions about the comparison between the two guys. Again, I have nothing to gain other than your trust when I talk about these two, unbiased with no hype. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna do a quick recap of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Again, one of the most classic fragrances ever. I'm gonna spray it on my hand just to get a feel for it yet again, just for this review, but I've already logged in my thoughts on this one. Let's spray it right now. Wow, damn. Shit, so good. Now, Tom Ford Oud Wood, which is still popular to this day, came out back in 07, guys, okay? It's been around for a while, and I'll talk about why this fragrance is so good, why is it still popular, why you should probably look into it if you've never tried Oud Wood. Now, Oud Wood is a very classy, masculine, woody scent, okay? So this one, obviously, it says wood on the title. The woodsiness of this perfume is what makes it truly stand out. But what makes this one different from the others, guys, okay? It's basically the note breakdown that makes Oud Wood stand out amongst the rest. Tom Ford Oud Wood starts off with a beautiful Brazilian rosewood. And again, once you smell it, it's just so photorealistic, guys, that I think is gonna get you, especially if you've never tried anything like it. That Brazilian rosewood note hits real hard, guys, in the beginning, and then you are going to get a transition into what I think is the second chief note here, which is going to be vetiver. Vetiver is a well-known ingredient or note in a lot of classy men's perfumes, guys, and you've got vetiver, a smoky, earthy, sweet vetiver right here in the mid. And the third chief note that I think is the most prominent here in Tom Ford Oud Wood that I really like is the sandalwood, okay? So the sandalwood pops out kind of like from mid to dry down, guys, and it's a prominent, beautiful, ethereal smelling sandalwood, just like how you guys love your sandalwood, guys. It does come out from mid to end, okay? Now, everything else to me are basically supplemental notes. So you have the oud, and you're probably wondering, where's the oud here? The oud is basically a sweet, dark oud wood, okay? That's basically what it is. It is well blended within the vetiver in the mid, guys. So you're gonna get this ethereal Brazilian rosewood smell, and then it goes to a vetiver oud mix, and you are also going to get some nutty cardamom, as well as a dash of Sichuan pepper somewhere in the mid, headed to the dry down, and then vanilla. This beautiful vanilla note matches the sandalwood in the dry down, and that whole stretch from Brazilian rosewood all the way to sandalwood, like I said, with that vetiver and that oud mix in the mid is just simply amazing, guys. It's bananas amazing. And I know that there's supposed to be like amber and tonka bean here, but you know, performance. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, why is Tom Ford Oud Wood amazing? Okay, number one, it's amazing because of its effect to the wearer, guys. Okay, first and foremost, that whole stretch of woodsiness from that photorealistic Brazilian rosewood that heads into smoky vetiver, some sweetness from the oud, and then going into a real nice meditative sandalwood part with vanilla. I mean, for the wearer, I think it's very amazing. It's meditative, it's calming, it makes you feel really comfortable in your own skin, guys. And number two, I like Tom Ford Oud Wood because it helps with congruency. I think that the entire makeup of Tom Ford Oud Wood is going to be a complement to your total package if you are trying to show yourself as a classy masculine guy. Okay, so if you're trying to project that, image, Tom Ford Oud Wood is the perfume that'll basically augment that image and will make you highly congruent. So, you know, when a lot of you guys talk about, you know, this perfume getting the ladies, I really think that this is just complementary to that. Like probably 90% of the deal is you guys. You guys are the ones attracting the ladies. It's just that the perfume really matches whatever you got going on there. And on top of being a fragrance that's great for the wearer, you get to enjoy that woodsiness, that creamy sandalwood, vanilla, vetiver. On top of that, and on top of being a fragrance that's great for congruency as a classy man, Tom Ford Oud Wood is also pretty versatile. So that is the third reason why I think Tom Ford Oud Wood is great. It is versatile because really, if you look at the notes and you feel it as you're wearing this fragrance, there are really very rarely any curves in this fragrance. So actually, because you start off with this clean, bright feel with Tom Ford's Oud Wood, you can literally wear it at the start of the day. You can wear it during daytime, you can wear it outdoors, you can wear it at work, but then at the same time, because you have these amazing meditative properties, you have some spices somewhere near the mid to the end, from the cardamom to that creamy vanilla sandalwood mix. This can also be worn after work. If you decide to see someone after work, you can wear this as well. So it's a highly versatile fragrance, great for the wearer, congruent with the classy image that, of course, Tom Ford, the brand, shows and projects. So that is why Tom Ford Oud Wood to me is a winner. Now, despite having all those strong points that have carried Tom Ford's Oud Wood over the years in popularity, guys, this fragrance is pretty imperfect, guys. It's actually not a perfect fragrance. And that's really because of the performance. And when we talk about Oud Wood nowadays, that is the chief complaint of nearly everyone that's ever tried it. Obviously, the good points are gonna be there, the notes are amazing, but the thing is, Tom Ford Oud Wood just simply isn't a strong projector, and it's also not so long lasting if we're talking about significant scent. Now, based on all my testing of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, the best times for me when it comes to the performance is going to be the first 2 hours of spraying this fragrance. So once you spray Oud Wood full wear, it starts off, like I said, with a bright, clean, woody, meditative, photorealistic Brazilian rosewood, and the sillage is actually very decent. Now for me, if Oud Wood sustained that kind of strength and performance on the first 2 hours and stretched it out to at least the 4th to 5th hour, I don't think that we would get so many complaints about its performance. But actually, that 1 to 2 hour mark is when you will get the best performance out of it. Now after that, from hours 2 to 4 is when you will get a lingering scent that is significantly weaker. Now, Oud Wood will still be there. You'll still get a lingering scent around you past 2 hours. It's just not as strong as the first two, okay? And then past 4 is when it really significantly weakens, guys. And you can call that a skin scent. For me, it's kind of like a skin scent. But let me tell you, just to be fair to Oud Wood, the skin scent to me lasted up to 7 hours. So that is something I will say. So it's not like this is a fragrance that disappears after 2. Maybe that is what you expect, that the strength of the 2-hour mark will stretch out. It does not, but it goes into a lingering scent all the way up to the 4th. And 4th to 7th is going to be a skin scent that you will still smell around you. So to me, I wish it could have been better. Okay, and of course, by the standards nowadays of frag heads that of course are spending their hard-earned money on this, I think that it's not up to par to their standards. Now, should Tom Ford be stronger? I don't think so. I really don't want a stronger, heavy projecting beast mode Oud Wood. That is not something I want. I think that Tom Ford Oud Wood should be a decent lingering scent because it's also going to be a draw-in scent. Like I said, if you add it with congruency, I think the women are just going to go nuts over you because it's going to be congruent a lot and it will draw them in rather than you imposing on them. So I really don't want it to be like that. All I wanted really, if it was possible, was to take the first 2 hours of performance of Oud Wood and really stretch that out. But that's not the case. That is why you have people complaining about the performance. But otherwise, for me, I like the way that it is first 2 hours. And I like the fact that it's a lingering draw-in scent, more for congruency, more for the wearer. Okay guys, now let's talk about Maison Alhambra's Woody Oud, guys. All right, now without taking too much time talking about this part, you already know Maison Alhambra is owned by Lattafa, but Maison Alhambra is sort of like the straight up plagiarism part of Lattafa. So instead of playing the guessing game of which clone is which, you have these clones by Maison Alhambra pretty much copied down to the bottle the original. So this one right here is, I believe Chaos Fragrances talked about it. He said this is a lawsuit waiting to happen because as you can see with the bottle of Woody Oud, it's pretty much exactly the same as Tom Ford Oud Wood. Now this one right here, Woody Oud, is like 20 to 30 bucks. Okay, so depending on where you look, I found it at 30 bucks, but I also found some selling at 20 bucks, guys. So that is dirt cheap for a Tom Ford Oud Wood clone. And you guys know Oud Wood is expensive, guys. Okay, so let's go spray this thing right now. And again, have a good feel of Woody Oud. Okay guys, now let's talk about Woody Oud. Now Woody Oud has started to gain popularity because you have a lot of people basically saying that this is an exact 1:1 match, or it's like super duper close to Oud Wood, guys. Okay, now Maison Alhambra, the company, what I've learned so far, and I've reviewed the Tux, which was like a clone of Tuxedo. I reviewed Kismet Angel, and now I've got, right now Woody Oud. What I've noticed about Maison Alhambra is that they put a lot of their eggs in one basket, which is basically the intro to the fragrance, okay? The intro is probably the most important thing that Maison Alhambra focuses on their clones. And I'm just looking at the end product here, okay? I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, but in the end product, that is what I get. And in this case, guys, all their efforts were placed on the opening of Woody Oud to match the impression of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Now, does it match it? My answer is yes, okay? And it actually does match the impression, the feel, the intro of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Now, if you smell them side by side, or if you test one or the other or both, what you'll find is that Tom Ford's Oud Wood actually has a lot more quality in the notes, in the ingredients. That's no surprise. But, the thing is, the impression, though, of having that Brazilian rosewood with that vetiver and a hint of that sweet Oud Wood right in there with the creaminess of sandalwood, I would say that Woody Oud has it. It's not on the quality, on the richness, or the boldness, or the note separation of the original Oud Wood, but the impression 100% is there. Now here's the thing that's really interesting about Woody Oud, and as you can see, I have killed my sample right here of Woody Oud because I have, at many times that I've tried this, oversprayed this fragrance to really get a good feel of this. And you'd think that the clone would actually perform way better than the original, or at least the Western clones do that, but of course at the expense of accuracy. But this one right here, although it matches that first impression of Oud Wood, the performance wasn't really that different, or even at times I felt like the original Oud Wood was better in performance than this one. And that is what really shocked me, guys. So some of the people that have hyped this up have said that, you know, this one lasts like 8 hours and that it can cause a scent trail. I don't think so, guys, okay? I don't think so. And this is my suspicion. My suspicion is that the reason why Oud Wood, and even this clone right here, doesn't, you know, project a lot stronger or last longer is because of the note breakdown. That the chief notes of these fragrances are basically woody notes. You have woody notes, vetiver, and vetiver is something that's usually placed in the dry down of fragrances. And then everything else, from the spice to the vanilla, they're just like auxiliary notes, you know, to just enhance the experience. But ultimately, this fragrance, both of them, they're made of woody notes. They don't have floral boosters. They don't have any amber. There's no resins. There's no incense to really boost this and make it a lot stronger. And so I think that it's the nature of these fragrances that make them not so strong or long lasting. So this one right here, Woody Oud, despite overspraying it, really the performance was pretty much a lingering scent that matched the original Tom Ford. Now, if you look at it, it's really the price that is the difference, because Tom Ford is expensive. I don't even want to look at the price right now, but this one right here is 20 bucks. This one right here is 20 bucks. So if you decide to get 20 bucks for 100 ml of Woody Oud, guaranteed to make a stronger impression, you're gonna have to totally overspray from this $20 bottle, which is, I mean, that's not a big deal, guys, for 20 bucks. For $20, guys, what you're buying pretty much is a pretty accurate first impression of Tom Ford Oud Wood. Again, I am seeing that as the style of Maison Alhambra, guys. Now, will it be as long lasting? Is it gonna project a whole lot more? No, absolutely not. And that's why it's 20 bucks. Now, what I think this is good for, Woody Oud, is it's a nice backup bottle to the original Oud Wood. Or if you have like carved oud or any of the other niche alternatives to Oud Wood, this one is a great backup bottle because, like I said, it does copy that first initial impression of Oud Wood, and you can spray liberally. Even if you go 1,000 sprays, it's not going to hurt your wallet. So it's a really nice backup if you truly like Oud Wood and the juice is pretty expensive to you and you kind of want to save your decant or your partial bottle. Then I think that Woody Oud is a great alternative, guys. But the performance, I really thought that, you know, this would outbeat it by a mile, but not really, you know. It's kind of like, you know, Woody Oud edging Tom Ford Oud Wood by just a little bit, but then Tom Ford Oud Wood has more prominent, richer notes. So it's kind of like a balance. I wouldn't say that this one really outbeats the overall performance of the original. All right, so that is it. That is my quick comparison between Tom Ford's Oud Wood as well as Maison Alhambra's Woody Oud. There are a lot of people hyping this up, especially since the bottle looks exactly the same as Oud Wood. But, you know, this is my no hype breakdown. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of Tom Ford Oud Wood, or if you've already tried Maison Alhambra's Woody Oud, what did you think of that clone as well? Let me know. And if you have the best clones of Oud Wood, I'm not talking about carved oud because I already reviewed that, but if you think there are other Tom Ford Oud Wood clones out there that can outbeat or outperform these two, Let me know on the comments below so I can finally try and test these. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll continue on with my clone reviews, and I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless. Take care. Peace.